Nancy Pelosi had this to say following what happened over the weekend.
I think our country needs a strong Republican Party. It's very important. And for him to try to have it every which way. But we will be going forward to make sure that this never happens again in terms of to investigate and evaluate what caused this, and both in terms of the motivation, but also in terms of the security that we have to have as we go forward, recognizing how inflaming even some of our elected officials can be.
Okay, so we'll turn to the investigation, all of that, whatever. But first of all, again, we need to have a strong Republican Party. What do you think about that, Francesca?
Excuse me, getting all choked up. Sadly, I agree with Nancy Pelosi. Look, I've never been the person who's like, it's so sad. It's very difficult. First it's like all of the ice cream in my fridge, and then it's this. Okay. I do think that the Republican Party needs to not be the party of insurrectionists. But I don't think you do that by hand-holding them. I think that having the kind of leadership that Jamie Raskin showed at times and others on the House manager side showed, but really the energy of AOC, I'm missing the energy of AOC. Stacey Plaskett, Representative Stacey Plaskett was close when she was like, we needed more senators with backbones, which I think is right. But we need the energy of AOC to just be like, we do not negotiate with insurrectionists. This has become the party of insurrectionists. Like, where do you stand? Like, what do you support? The Confederate flag was flown inside the Capitol, the first time it's ever been flown. Like, I need that energy. We need that moral leadership. And you don't really see it, and you certainly don't see it from Nancy Pelosi, who I don't know what we're protecting anymore. I don't know what we're trying to do. So,
yeah, the Republican Party, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know what we want from them anymore.
What was the Republican Party before QAnon? Like the Tea Party? Was that good? Was that better? Maybe in some ways. It wasn't a responsible, serious party. They, like, in terms of their actual policies, the Republican Party has been in favor of tax cuts and cutting immigration. And that's really it. I guess dismantling Obamacare is sort of an approach to policy, but it's really just a negative policy. And that's going back way before QAnon. I mean, the Republican Party of the Reagan years, is that what she's talking about? I get that it is better to have two serious parties that can debate each other, but that isn't just a matter of going back to before Trump. They weren't that then. I don't know how we get them to that point. I would argue the only thing I can think of that maybe has a chance is to beat them into submission and cause them to not win any elections for 10 or 20 years.
Yeah.
Maybe something will come out of that. Probably not even then, but maybe that's a possibility. And if it is about they're the party of insurrectionists and everything, then I hope she understands that that's not going away, that they're going to approach whatever next elections they lose the same way that they did this one. They're trying in states around the country, as we've been covering, to make it harder and harder to vote. Now they have a bill, the House Dems have a bill to enshrine voting rights and all of that stuff, but they're not going to pass that unless they kill the filibuster, and they don't currently seem willing to do that. So she's like complaining about this status quo while presiding over a party that's not willing to do what's necessary to actually change it.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there is nothing to get back to. It's time to remake the whole thing. But like this is where we are. We're at the mercy of, can you at least not side with people who want to hang the vice president? That's it. This is the point that we're at. But you're absolutely right. Between the gerrymandering and the ways that the Senate are tilted in the Republicans' favor, the way the Electoral College is tilted in the Republicans' favor, the game is absolutely rigged in their favor, which is why, once again, like dragging the impeachment trial out would have maybe delayed real relief, COVID relief, perhaps, right? But it is definitely what Republicans would have done, shoe on the other foot, because they don't believe in getting anything done except giant tax breaks and destroying any kind of social welfare state that is left. That's it. Yeah. And circus. It's circus, 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 and crapping on poor people. That's it. That's all they do, and preventing anything from moving forward. So it's like, it's hard to know, because like we want to play the circus too, but we also want to get people hot dogs in the stands. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.